Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We'll give you an update on the Ingeco throttler. We have been painting parts and taking stuff apart. Here's what's left of the block now that we've got it down and starting to clean some of this stuff up. There's our push rod and throttle governing rod. This basket contains some stuff I'm going to replace, some bolts that are about rotted out and just need to be replaced, or that need a little bit of work, like some filing or rethreading or something. Here's some parts over here ready to be painted, and got the governor assembly there I'm going to start working on next. And here's the igniter bracket. Those are in the queue. Down here is a crankshaft. Start working on that this week and getting it cleaned up and getting the piston and rod fitted back to it. This is some parts I've been putting in primer. They've had 3 coats, so they're ready for paint. Here's the bearing caps in the head, and some more parts hanging here. I guess I could have done a better job at that. So we'll get those ready to go. Out here is the cylinder head, and I entitled this video Treasure Hunt because in the past when I've restored these engines and you clean out the hoppers, you seem to always find something, whether it's a washer, or I found a part of a pair of pliers one time. And when I was restoring it, a 1925 Fairbanks, I was cleaning out the hopper and found a 1925 nickel. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a picture of it, but this one is packed pretty full. And yeah, sorry, it's not going to make a good picture, but it almost looks like it's concrete in there. And I found this old flag laying there just for demonstration purposes. And I'm trying to stick it into that concrete, or that really loose dirt, and it's in there pretty good. So, oh, there it goes. So there's the flag sticking up. So I'm going to get my camera over here to my assistant. We're going to turn this block over and get some precision equipment in here and see if we can get some of this dirt loose, and maybe we'll find a treasure in here. Maybe it's a washer or a bolt, or maybe another nickel. You never know. Precision equipment. As you guys have probably figured out by now, this is a wet head engine. Getting these 2 holes here is where the water's got to flow from the hopper around the cylinder, through the head, and back out. So it's extremely important if you're redoing one of these motors, or if you're just running your own, you keep this area clean and free of debris. So far we're getting some mixture of rust and dirt. Let's see if we can turn it back around. See what else we can get out of here. Okay, we got some dirt falling out. Some of this stuff is hard as concrete. Okay, let's tip it back up. Let's see what comes out. Hopefully a lot of dirt. Now we're getting some dirt, and that's what it is, old clay. It's kind of getting hard. Okay, let's empty it out a little bit more and see what happens. More clay and dirt. Okay. And now let's see what we can do. Go down here and get another pile going. We're starting to get a little bit of rust. Okay, everybody, we're back on cleaning out the cylinder video. We had a little technical difficulty we had to go through, so we're going to wrap it up. I spent about 45 minutes trying to get all this sand that's on the tailgate here out of this hopper. And just to go over a list of the high-tech equipment I use to get some of this dirt out. Got our trusty dusty air hose, and we got a little hammer, a couple long screwdrivers, a long one, a longer one, and a longer one. And believe it or not, the shaft on this little flag here was good for getting stuff loose. So I'm going to set that aside, and we'll look here in our pile and see if we got any treasures. I wouldn't say that it's 100% clean, but I don't like putting a lot of water in there in the very beginning, because what it tends to do is pack this stuff up around these corners. Well, it's not really a corner, but it's this bottom part here on both sides of the cylinders. When you put water in there, it seems to want to pack it in there, and that's why I like to make the bottom of the cylinder turned upside down and wash everything out through the hopper, because it almost wants to loosen some of that up, and the air will help. So what we're going to do next is sweep this up a little bit, get the tailgate clear, and then we'll spray some water in there and see if we can move whatever's left in there. Maybe we'll find a treasure. Oops, we spilled some. So don't look like we have any treasures. A lot of rust, a lot of clay. This could very easily come from just sitting outside. Nope. No treasures for us unless something fell down here. But don't look like we have any treasures for this video. So let me clean this back up again, and we'll put some water in the block, see what else comes out. On a piece of advice, if you're going to do this again, make sure you have a really good flashlight, because this one wasn't good and it made it a little bit more difficult. So let me set this over here. Okay. I'm going to turn this upside down. Put some water in here. Let's see if we can wash some of this stuff out. And I'm going to come over here, put some in the drain hole, and see if we can get that cleaned out a little bit. We got water coming out of all the holes we're supposed to be coming out of, so I think we're pretty clean. And when we come up, we're going to get on this grinder next and get her all cleaned up. Thanks. Okay, everyone. Back working on this engine block for the last about 2.5 hours. And this is what 2.5 hours of grinding with a grinder and a wheel will get you. So I got a little bit more hand scraping to do around these bolts. And we'll get her degreased and get some primer on her and go on to this thing next. Tune back in. Thank you.